Hi everyone, my name is Raia Rosenblum. I'm 21 years old, I'm a student, and I am deaf. I decided this morning that I'm going to make a video log of my experience over the next couple months for you all to see. I am going to be receiving a cochlear implant in May, and I am terrified. I have usually always been very private about my experience with being deaf or hard of hearing, and I think it's about time you guys see what it's like. I think in my video log you'll see a lot of laughing, you see a lot of crying, maybe even a little fighting, but I just wanted you guys to see my journey because it's humbling. I don't think many people get to meet someone and be humbled. And not just because it's me, but because I have such an incredible support group of friends and family that are there for me 24/7, willing to catch me when I fall, and maybe you can learn something. I should probably start off with telling you my story. Those of you might know it, some of you might not, but it's an interesting one. I was born hearing, um, happy, healthy, baby little girl, and when I was 3 years old, my mom started to notice that I was not hearing properly. She would call my name in the house, or I would call for her, and she'd be like, "I'm over here," and I'd be like, "Where's here?" which meant that I wasn't able to localize sound. My amazing mother went to many doctors, and they told her that I was losing hearing very fast, and she was very scared. And I can't even imagine how hard that was for her. Not because being deaf would be so bad. There's so many things about the deaf community that are amazing. I just think it's the fear of the unknown. And also, my mom was dealing with my older brother Joey, who has autism. So there's a lot of things going on at once. And so anyways, they told her I was losing hearing. They put me in 2 hearing aids, both ears. And I think my parents discussed wanting to implant me, but they decided that we should wait, see if technology got better, and see if I can make my own decision. So thankfully, my hearing plateaued. And I can actually remember forgetting my hearing aids when I went to school because I could hear that well. And over the course of the years, it progressively got worse. But when I was younger, I totally loved it. I had no problem telling anybody about it. I used to get these bright colored ear molds and just rock it out. And my mom wouldn't let me get my ears pierced until I was like 10 or something. So I used to hang earrings from my hearing aid. And I just accepted it. I loved it. I understood it. And then I became a teenager. And all hell broke loose. And when I was about 13, my hearing began to drop again for no reason whatsoever. And I was very angry because I would tell people I'd worked so hard to make sure it wouldn't drop, and it didn't anyways, so it sucked. And that's when we decided to go for my first cochlear implant in my left ear. Now you have to understand that my left ear was much worse than my right ear. So you have to get candidacy to get a cochlear implant. And so I couldn't get an implant on my right left quite yet. It wasn't bad enough. My left ear was. So when I was 14 years old, I got my first cochlear implant. You guys can kind of see it. It has an outer device that looks like this. And it's pretty unreal what they do. What basically it is, it's done in the hospital, the cochlear implant surgery, and it's under general anesthesia. It usually takes 2 to 3 hours, but mine took about 5. There were some issues. And they make a small incision behind the ear, and it's minimal hair shaving, thank God, because way back in the day they used to shave your entire head, and it's just, thank you. I mean, my hair's thin enough as it is. And once the incision is made, the bone behind the ear is exposed, and it's like right behind my ear canal. And they remove the the bone. It's called a mastoidectomy. Read this up, and the ear canal and the eardrum are not disturbed at all throughout this procedure. So something is actually heard, and the cochlear implant is placed. It's like this little thing with it looks like a, I know this is awful. It looks like a sperm. This little curly thing in the end, and they thread it through into my cochlea, and the electrodes, they call them electrodes, so they're my new nerve cells. And the skin is closed, everything's put back together, and stitches, or it's pretty invasive. I remember waking up and it hurts so bad. And so we did that. It hurt. There's a lot of recovery. I was really sick, but everyone is different. Some people wake up and they're fine, and I just had a hard time. And what I think I didn't understand about the first implant is that, or what you guys need to understand is that it affects everyone differently. But it's like you have to learn to hear again. You're a newborn baby. It's not real noise. It's your brain has to map this new sound that's getting sent up to your brain again. So I literally had to relearn to hear. And that nerve my auditory nerve was not strong to begin with. It was a very weak nerve. It was never really had a lot of use out of it. So it was a rough summer. I was really mean to my parents. I was angry and mad, and I didn't like it. And I learned to love it, and I'm still learning to love it. But it doesn't sound like noise. So, anyways, so with a right ear, I'd still have my hearing aids, my baby. My Mr. Squeaky, we used to call him when I was little, and it still has my hearing aid. And I thought that maybe 10 years from now, I would be able to get another one. So I was thinking at the time, I was about 15, like when I was 25, or even 30, I could get the second one. Maybe once my life is set, I have a job, I'm done with college, blah, blah, blah. Well, I started losing more hearing in the beginning of college. And we made a really big family decision that this May, I would get my second one. And it's scary because I will never be able to hear like you guys hear ever again. It's not real noise, it's all mechanical. But it's going to help me because my hearing aid isn't doing what it needs to do for me anymore. And I think my biggest fear is that I won't be able to hear music the same, or hear my brother's voice, or hear my friends laugh. And I know I will, but it's going to take time. So anyways, I have a lot of fear going into this, but I have the most incredible support group in the world. My girlfriends in college, and my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my aunts, my cousins, my grandma and grandpa, everyone. Just I'm very lucky, and I've thankfully taken up American Sign Language as a minor in Iowa, so I know a little, and I have friends that know sign language, and they've been all about telling me they're going to come visit me because after I get my surgery, for about a week or two, I'm deaf, completely deaf, because of I have to heal before they put the outer process on. So I'm going to be deaf for those weeks, and I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be funny. I'm going to be on Vicodin or whatever, and my friends are going to be coming over trying to sign with me, and they're probably asking me to teach them dirty signs and all this stuff. And I mean, the support that I feel already is amazing, and so I'm ready. I'm ready to get started, to show you guys what this is all about, what a big deal this is. When you hear a family that has a deaf baby, and your first thought might be get a cochlear implant, and you have to realize there's so much more to it. There's so many sides to the story. So I'll show you mine. And this video, by the way, is no way urging families to push CIs, or to go oral, or to go deaf, or use sign language. It's not about my opinion. This is just my story. And yeah, so I look forward to telling you guys about this, and kind of bringing awareness to what this is all about. My I'm stoked. So thank you for watching, and I will keep you updated.